Hey guys, Mix here. In this video, I'm going to be coming at you guys with a little bit of a different video. So I'm not going to be working on our new build series, the 1992 Suzuki RM125, as probably all of you guys know, because I'm still waiting on the dang part to come into the mail. But I'm going to be doing kind of a little comparison video on what I like better, a pit bike or a dirt bike. So as probably a lot of you guys know, I've had 3 dirt bikes in all my time of riding, and I've had this one, a 125, which is my newest one. I've had a 200cc one and a 150. I don't have the 200 anymore, but I still have the 150, and as you guys know, obviously the 125. And then I've only had one pit bike, this little 2004 Suzuki DRZ 110, which, as most of you guys know, I did a little build series on it, making it look better and doing a whole top end rebuild on it. But some of you might ask what I like better, a dirt bike or a pit bike, and that's a tough decision to answer because there's a lot of great things and negatives of both each one. First, I want to start off with the positives of each one. So obviously, I mean, this is a 125, this is a 110, but this is a 2-stroke and a dirt bike. Different type of engine style. This one, the head goes up. This one, the head's horizontal. So obviously, this one's gonna have a lot more power. This one tops out at about 50 or around there. This one I've seen go like 80. So obviously, speed-wise, I would totally choose a dirt bike. But I'm not that much of a experienced off-road rider. I'm usually just street, as you guys seen most of my videos. I've only gone off-roading like 4 times in my whole life, and on the street like 100. Off-roading, I would probably choose, it depends on where I'm at. If I was more skilled and I was at like more of a track, I would choose the dirt bike. But if it was more of just trails and where I ride, I would choose the pit bike. I would feel a lot safer on it, being that I'm not that much of a off-road skilled rider. But if you're skilled, you would probably choose the dirt bike. But I mean, fun-wise, I would have to go with the pit bike. Everybody that owns a pit bike says how much fun they are, and if you haven't owned a pit bike and only a dirt bike, you might say that dirt bike's way funner or something. But pit bikes are so fun. You can just rip them. You can full throttle it all the time. So definitely fun-wise, I would go with the pit bike because they're so agile. You can just go anywhere with them. They're so small. You can get into little places or whatever, small skinny trails. So right now it's kind of tied up with the dirt bike and the pit bike. Dirt bike with performance and pit bike with just fun. And then if we go over to upgrades, a dirt bike seems to have more upgrades than what a pit bike could have, because there's a little bit more parts and you could add a little bit more, obviously, to those extra parts than you can of a pit bike, because pit bikes are pretty simple: frame, engine, tires, everything, all those components like that. There's not as much wiring, there's no, it's not water cooled, so you could definitely customize a dirt bike a lot more. You could switch into a supermoto, which was really sick. If this was a supermoto, that would be really insane. I mean, you could get little supermoto tires for these too. So customizations, I'm gonna give it to the dirt bike. I mean, I've seen people totally just go all out with pit bikes, and I mean, Tyler Monaghan, he has like a race pit bike, KLX 110. I mean, it's a DRZ 110, but they're both the same thing. He calls them a KLX, but his is pretty quick. He has the whole big bore clutch. You guys probably already watch his channel. With the whole comfortability factor of going off-roading and all that, the pit bike has really nice suspension, but the dirt bike is obviously gonna have a little bit better because it's a bigger bike, heavier. It's probably gonna take bumps a lot easier than what a pit bike would do. So it's definitely a tough decision to choose, dirt bike or pit bike. I mean, at first I would kind of go with the pit bike just because I feel a lot more comfortable on them, and they're still pretty quick. You can still rip them. Dirt bikes have all the really big components and more just advantages to the pit bike, obviously. If we go over to shifting and everything like that, as you guys can see, this is semi-automatic like most pit bikes, no clutch, and the dirt bike has a clutch. And I mean, there's a lot of good things about not having a clutch. You don't have to worry really about stalling it. You could probably shift way faster. But with having a clutch, if you feel like your throttle's sticking or whatever, you can just pull in your clutch quick, and obviously it won't floor anymore. With this, you could always just turn off the kill switch and everything, but I like having semi-automatic. It's like having a little quick shifter. Neutral's all the way down on this, so if you're in third, it's gonna be kind of hard to go from third to neutral really quick. But what you could do is, some people don't know this, is when you're in first gear, you could just go up slightly, and when it's between gears, it's like a neutral. So I mean, that's pretty much everything that's different between a pit bike, of the positives and negatives and all of that like that. But if I had to choose one between a dirt bike and a pit bike, obviously the dirt bike has a lot more components than a pit bike would, but honestly, a pit bike for whatever reason, whenever you drive it, you're smiling like non-stop just because you're gooning around on it, and it's just so small that you can just go anywhere with it. So honestly, if I had to choose between one, I would choose the pit bike. I know some people are gonna say otherwise, that oh, dirt bikes are better or whatever, but I mean, if you never owned a pit bike, get one, because they are so much fun. I'd probably choose this little thing over that, but I mean, if like I have both, obviously I would take them both like I do right now. But if you guys haven't heard this thing yet, this thing sounds insane. It has the Two Brothers racing exhaust with the baffle taken out. The original owner, or a couple original owners ago, took it out. So I'll do start up here, and you guys can hear how sick this thing is. So as you guys can tell, this thing sounds pretty sick for the little engine that it has. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you guys like, dirt bike or pit bike better. I mean, they're both pretty sick, but I mean, if I had to choose one, it would have to be the pit bike. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully we'll be working on the dirt bike soon, just when that part comes in. It should be here soon. I ordered it a little while ago, so it should be here anytime. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, share friends with the channel.